ethics and the principles into this decision making?
Your decision making is not. What we want to check is not about the procedural and also like a kind of like technical stuff. You think about it's like the value and why making that kind of stuff. So don't go deep about technical stuff. Just now Hamilton has explained.
So about maybe 30 more seconds, and we'll get some individual answers. Okay, so let's actually get into here. So okay, let's get some responses. Let's get some ideas. So I'll start with Jackie. So like what would you do? What would Jackie do?
What would Jackie do?
What would Jackie do?
That means that is it if the EPs come to Hong Kong, will I accept the EPs? I will accept it.
You will accept.
Because the problem is by the Bangladesh, not the EP's problem. That I think AI, the I6 also have the duties to take care of this kind of the EPs. I know that maybe in the operation level, maybe it have some problem and some stuff need to take care. But I think they still should have the opportunity. And if they can experience a good I6 experience in Hong Kong, and then they will build a good branding of I6. Thank you.
Cool. Do you want to throw it to something else?
Just one question.
Yeah.
Also, when the sending entity and also the receiving entity also got some responsibility. In case any problem happens, who will bear the responsibilities?
I think that part I didn't get the clarification for, so yeah, I'm not sure, but like maybe just given the information, what would you decide? Or you can throw it to somebody else if you have it.
Cannot think of it.
You lost the one. Okay, so can I use the ball anymore? Okay. So anyone would not. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Anybody would not accept the EP? So anybody would not accept? So no one? Nobody would not accept. So everybody here would accept the EP. Everybody, yeah? Okay. Any more reasons besides what Jackie presented? No? Any? Okay. But you want to? Yeah, you want to? All right.
So yeah, thank you.
Okay. Well, yeah, I just let's see. Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, I think the second decision obviously is a little bit easier than like the first one, because this one is more so like for someone who's innocent. But also think about, I don't know, I guess because I've also heard of like some situations where the people that you couldn't verify it, but like people that were responsible were also being matched to TNs as well. So like yeah, that's also like another. I didn't pose that question. I wanted to make it a little bit easier for you guys. But imagine if like the people that like were being pointed the fingers at are the ones winning the training ships. Like, would you accept them as well? So I wanted also. I didn't ask you guys that question. I wanted you guys to ask a simpler one. But you guys can think about that one for later on. Yeah, just during this part, I just wanted to present to you guys like the ISIC way, but in a way that you'll probably have to face this quite a lot in your EV term. So with some of the projects, maybe some mismanagement of teams, with people dropping their duties as a, whether it's member or manager or OP. Like you guys will have to kind of deal with some of decisions based on ethics and principles. It might not have to be solely about ISIC way, but it will most likely have to be something that is going to be a discussion in your EV term. So that's also why I wanted to give you guys some practice, just with 3 other people, on how to make like a ethical decision. Because let's see, who's the biggest EB for next year? Which else has the biggest EB? UST. So how big is your? 9. Yeah. So imagine making that decision, but with 9 people. Yeah. So I wanted to give you guys some practice with it. But actually, no. But to be honest, numbers won't matter. I mean, yeah, it's actually the people. Even if it's like a 3-person team, that will still be also a long discussion as well, I'm sure, depending on the stance of the people. So yeah, so 2 things I wanted you guys to get from this session. One was creating a stance together, practicing that as an EB. Second thing is just the ethics and the principles that you guys will most likely be facing. When you guys remember, it's like this year, you guys, any type of problem you had or issue that rose up, you probably told your manager, right? And then your manager tells your VPs, VPs tells the LCPs, and then somehow it gets discussed and solved. It might go to MC and then we discuss it. It might go to AI if it's something like Make a Dash. But yeah, but now it's like you're taking on more responsibility in terms of the decision making and also the ethics of this organization, and also kind of guarding the ISIC. I know that the first for PAI, when they transition from one PAI to another PAI, how they kind of see themselves is not like just the president or the CEO or anything. They see themselves as like a guardian of ISIC, like ISIC as an idea, ISIC as a vision, and it's like you are like trying to guard something that is this idea, which is intangible. Yeah, so like you guys as an executive board as well, you guys are also guardians of ISIC and the intangibility of ISIC and the connotations around it. Not just about the procedures and firm meetings and stuff like that, but you're really you're like all guardians of this sacred thing that we have called ISIC. So, and in the ISIC way. So cool. That's the session. And yeah, I'll leave it over to Glenn.
Yeah. Before real session, just like a final message for this session is like Hamilton has covered all, majority of them. Yeah, and just like you still remember the last 2 questions that asked for the yes question. The first one is like, have you ever lied for ISIC? And then the second one is like, have you tell a lie after you have joined ISIC? So now it's like kind of like a final message is like ISIC way is there. So it is not far away. I'm sure you experienced that. It is actually linked to our cooperation just now, the case studies. So as an LR, you are making decision on behalf of that, or based on that as well. And then it is not ended yet, because at the end it's the change agent characteristics, the value is to you as a person. So you get what I mean? You are running and operating this organization according to this value, but you are not saying that apart from it, you dealing with non-ISIC issue, then you can just ignore those values. Because otherwise then you don't believe what this organization is doing. Because this organization is create someone, leaders, you often can change the world with that characteristics, all agree. But at the end, we are leaders in ISIC. But whenever we go out in your family, towards your parents, you are not the leaders that you're supposed to build with that value. It is very, I cannot say, it is a very, how can I say, operational level, but it is something that we mean it. I mean if you think about it, if you have 1 year's EB experience, afterwards you still remain very justice and also very positive amount ISIC. But outside it, it's actually another person. So it is something you will think that what ISIC is actually is a kind of university activities and experience. It never linked to you as a person. So I'm not saying it is a very a shame part if your answer is no, because majority yeah I tell lie and I have lied twice.